Hey there, happy Saturday to you. This is Cassie here with Blue Silo Beef. Together with my husband, we are proud to grow beef to serve our neighbors, to feed our neighbors in Springfield, Missouri, and the surrounding area, and that includes Ozark, Nixa, Willard, Republic, and other communities here in Southwest Missouri. And welcome to the farm store. We're gonna do a little farm store chat again tonight, like I have been doing every Saturday night, pretty much since COVID started. So we're on a roll, let's keep it going. Tonight's topic of conversation is beef roast. I'm excited. I had a question come through before Christmas that asked, there's lots of different roasts. How do I choose the right one? So I'm going to arm you with a little bit of info to help you the next time you're here at the store, you're shopping online, or if you're in the grocery store and you're trying to pick out a roast. So we're gonna talk roast, then I'm gonna take you through the farm store, show you what we have in stock when we open up here to the public Sunday, which is tomorrow from 12 to 4. We're open every Sunday and the first Saturday of the month. And that Saturday will be a 9 to noon opening time. Okay, so, it's January, mid-January. We're right in the thick of roast season, I feel like. Although I cook roast all the time because I love how hands-off they are. And it's a big cut of meat. So that leads us to what exactly is a roast. And essentially a roast is just a large cut of meat that is gonna need a longer cook time. You can get roast from steak cuts. We talked about those back in December when we had prime rib and we had filet mignon roast. Those are just big roasts made from steak cuts. Instead of butchering them down to steaks, they are left whole. Tonight what we're looking at is the ones that are more like pot roasts, the ones you go Instapot, slow cooker, braising on the stove, the ones that have a longer cook time because they need that long cook time to really break down and become super tender. And the reason that those cuts need that long cook time is because we're taking those pot roast type of cuts from either the shoulder or the hindquarters, like the butt of the animal. Those muscles are getting used on a daily basis, so they're strong muscles. And you've got to think if a muscle's strong, it doesn't have a ton of fat on it. And it also is not as tender by nature because that muscle is being used for daily activity. So because of that, roasts need a long cook time and they generally need some moisture when they're cooking, whether it's adding beef stock or using an Instapot or pressure cooker that keeps that moisture in. So that is kind of the nature of a roast. Now, if you're going to the store, you might see a ton of different names for roast. So if you're looking, you might see rump, arm, round, chuck. Those are all telltale signs that the cut you're looking at is probably perfect for a slow cooker or a pot roast type of dish. Of course, you could do a lot of different things with a roast. Okay, so that's what you want to look for if you're out in the store shopping. And the other thing that I wanted to do is just show you what we have in stock and kind of break it down. So if you're looking at our selection, you'll know which roast is right for you. So let's start with the easiest one first. That's a chuck roast. Chuck roast is unique because of its extra marbling. That's the fat on the inside. So the chuck roast extra marbling is going to make it super tender. It doesn't need a ton of extra moisture when you're cooking it. It would be great in any preparation, on the stovetop, in the oven, Instapot, slow cooker. It's gonna be good any way you do it. Traditional pot roast, generally made with the chuck roast. Okay, so next one I wanted to show you is an arm roast, and we keep these in stock year round. I love an arm roast because it's super square. The way that our butcher shop does it, they're really square roasts, and I like that because it slices easy. I like the way that it fits in my Instapot. I do Instapot with these a lot because they are on the leaner side. They're leaner than a chuck roast, so they need that extra moisture to be locked in with the pressure cooker. So arm roast would be great for shredding. Will work as a pot roast too. Another option for you. Okay, the next one is the Pikes Peak roast, which I can't tell you the origin of the name. And this one looks more unique because it is actually thinner. So if you think about a shorter, quicker thaw time, even though this is coming in the same size and weight as that chuck roast, it's gonna thaw quicker because it's thinner. So keep that in mind. Pikes Peak roast comes from the round. So it comes from the rump of the animal. It is going to be best in a slow cooker or that Instapot. It's gonna be best with recipes that have extra moisture, where you're really braising that cut of meat. One of my favorite roasts. I just did it from frozen in the Instapot, and I'll have to find that recipe and put it down in the comments because it turned out phenomenal. So that was the Pikes Peak roast. Next one is something a little bit newer. I mentioned it last week. It is a rump roast, which really isn't new, but it's new for us. We started carrying these and they are smaller. Let me show you. This is a 2-pound roast. This is a 3-pound Pikes Peak that I just showed you. So this rump roast is smaller in size. If you're working with limited freezer space, this is gonna be great. If you are a smaller household, this is gonna be great. If you are trying to stretch your dollar and you wanna do stew meat, get a rump roast and butcher it down yourself, and you're gonna be saving money at the price point versus stew meat. Rump roast comes from, once again, the hindquarters of the animal. It is the leanest, so it is definitely gonna need that nice long cook time. Slow cooker, Instapot is where I'd go with that type of roast. Or like I said, it would work awesome in stew. Okay, so those are the traditional type of roasts that we carry, like the pot roast type. And so the last one I want to show you is a roast, but it's a tri-tip. So we talked a little bit about how you can do a roast of steak. So tri-tip we have in stock all the time. Very interesting shape here. It is a roast of sirloin. So this is the tail end of the big sirloin primal. You only get 2 tri-tips off of an animal. And these are awesome for smoking, and then you can reverse sear them. You can oven roast them. Have lots of customers that love our tri-tip. So that is something a little bit different to look at. But like I said at the beginning, a roast is essentially a large cut of meat that is going to need a longer cook time. And so those are, what did we have? Chuck, arm, rump, Pikes Peak roast, and then we finished there with the tri-tip. So those are the roasts you can find from us. Of course, I'm always happy to answer questions. If you're on here and you have a question about roast, leave it in the comments. We're gonna start the farm tour, but I will be watching and I can holler out any questions. And we always have such nice people on. Other people can help answer my question or your questions as well. So our customers are awesome. Okay, I'm trying this new AirPods thing. I hope that my sound is better than usual. All right, so we will just get started here. When you come into the store, that's the front door. And then we have several freezers to shop from, and we'll take a look around at all of those. If you haven't came in, you should. It is, the best part is that we're not really busy. We'll have a good day and see, you know, quite a few people, but they all kind of stagger in, and so we have time to visit and talk, and I can help you find the right roast, the right other cut that you're looking for. So I really enjoy that part about Sundays. All right. So right inside the door is our steak freezer, and it is looking good. I got skirt steaks down here, one of my absolute favorites. Top sirloin steak, one of the best parts about these is you can dig through and find larger ones or smaller ones. So great if you have a family, or if you are single and you just want a smaller size steak. Casey strips are looking great. These are ribeyes. Up here on top, roughly 16-ounce ribeyes. All right, I have this nice little selection of smaller ribeyes. They are eye only, so I just showed you right here, right there was the ones with the extra fat around the edges. This is just the very center part of the ribeye. It doesn't have the extra fat around it, but it has the tender texture that is classic ribeye. Large fillets, those are about 11 ounces. Porterhouses on the bottom, T-bones here to the right. So any pink signage you see are going to be special prices or limited edition prices. All right. There you can see my little roast setup. So I'll just show you those again. Just for size comparison. Tri-tip there. We got Pikes Peak. Rump, there you can really see the size difference. Arm roast, like I said, they're a lot squarer. And then chuck roast, extra marbling. All right. All right, we got some chocolate milk back in, some really pretty eggs from Possum Creek. Creamline milk from Edgewood has been a staple here at the farm store. Haven't talked about it recently. Their Creamline milk is essentially whole milk. What makes it unique is it is not homogenized, so it will separate just a little bit. All it needs is a quick shake, and it's ready to go. These are cheeses made in-house at Edgewood. Young cheddar is essentially a mild cheddar. We got a little blue cheese here, and then farmhouse slices, and jalapeno, and plain cheese curds. All right. So out in the farm store, we have Pikes Peak and the small rump roast out. I have all those other varieties. We just don't have room to put them all out. So if you're looking for a chuck roast, all you have to do is holler at me. We can pull those out for you. I guess this is appropriate to say, since that's usually the freezer they're in, is that we are officially out of chicken. We sold our last one a few days ago online, so we are out of our whole chickens right now. I'm going to be giving Kenny a call, and we'll get an estimated date on bringing in some more whole chickens. And I don't know, we'll maybe chat and see if he has any other options for cut-up chickens too. So, ground beef in is 80-20. I've got 85-15 in the back as well. We do have special pricing if you're going to go ahead and go 10 pound, 80-20. Burgers. Right here in the middle, we got our chorizo there. I'm sorry, mild Italian. Chorizo down here. Actually, this is the last bit of chorizo that I have until our next butcher date comes up. So that is 1 pound package of chorizo seasoned beef. All right, here's exciting news. All of our brats are going to be on special. This is usually a $9.95 per package price. Everything is down to that $8.50. So these guys are relatively big. One of our best sellers is jalapeno cheddar. Actually, probably the best seller overall is the blue ribbon with cheese cheddar brat. We have a original, so no cheese in it. Mild Italian sausage in a brat. This is probably not the prettiest looking package that we have. All right, we also have sugar-free original, as well as spinach and feta. Once again, not enough freezer space to show them all. Which, if you ever happen across any freezers like this, if you ever see any on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, will you please message me or tag me? I am always looking for freezers. All right, the little square one, we have sirloin fajita strips. Looks like my thing's broken. That's a 1 pound package. Flank steak. If you are looking to make something different, try carne asada. That's traditionally made out of flank steak. Tri-tips. We showed those a little bit earlier. Stew meat up here. One of our best sellers this time of the year. That's 1 pound package. And then tender steak bites, a lot like stew meat. Same packaging, 1 pound package. Cut up the same size, but it is made with steak. So it is from a steak cut, either loin or sirloin. So those are going to be quick cooking, tender, and extremely versatile. So back in the corner, the big solid top freezer, I've got short ribs, I have some briskets, and then we have a couple, I ended up getting a couple extra of our prime rib and filet mignon roast. There we go. We had a couple extra cut at Christmas time, and so I still have 1 or 2 of each hanging out. Okay, what else? What else? Just picked up a new batch of snack sticks. So everything is back in stock. You will see those online later this week. And of course, we do still have t-shirts available. And I haven't showed our Tantera Farms selection recently. And of course, local honey from Wild Ozarks Honey, and the best coffee around from Black Lab. I just hooked the case up with some more snack sticks, so if you're in Republic and you're looking for some of our beef snack sticks, head over to Black Lab. He's gonna have those up. Okay, we can fill the monthly local food bundle, our January local bundle, as well as the beef bundle. And you will find these online as well. And then I was intending to put this steak bundle up, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to keep it special for in-store shoppers. 2 ribeyes, 2 strips, 4 sirloin, tri-tip, and tender steak bites. And then we can do some 80-20 stock up and save options for ground beef. Special only to the 80-20, and it's only here in the farm store. Mostly because my website, I could not price it like that without it being overly complicated. Okay, speaking of website, if you don't or aren't able to come to the store, you can order online at bluesilobeef.com. We do local pickup delivery options every week, and they rotate. So this past week we had local pickup in Republic, Springfield, and Willard. This coming week we will be, I don't think we're going to be in Ozark. I would have to check that for sure. Springfield happens every single Saturday. Sorry. And we are starting a new Springfield option that happens Thursday evenings, and all of the information for that one is on bluesilobeef.com. Click on pickup and delivery locations. And I have to leave you with just a bit more information about home delivery because it is happening this coming week. Our home delivery is a little different. We are offering it on Saturday mornings, and that happens once a month. And so for January, it is coming up this coming week. Order online at bluesilobeef.com all the way up through Friday evening. Delivery is going to happen Saturday morning, and it is as a porch drop-off. So between the hours of 9 and noon, we'll be dropping off to your porch, your prepackaged order. All you have to do is leave out a cooler for us, and we'll text you when it's there. So it's gonna be super easy. We won't bother you, and if you're out and about, you can just grab it when you get home. All the information there, like I said, on the website. Click on home delivery, and of course, ask me if you have any questions. Whew. Okay, well, that is all I have for you tonight. Thank you for joining me, whether it's on the live or on the rebroadcast. I appreciate you spending time with us. I appreciate your support as you are supporting us by buying our beef. You are directly supporting our family, and that is huge, and we do appreciate that. All right, so I will be back here on Wednesdays. I'm always on to kind of give you a rundown on delivery options. So I will see you again then, if I don't see you tomorrow at the farm store. All right, see you later.